Hello, welcome to V News Podcast Daily. I'm following today's top stories.
Vietnam, Australia boost trade in agroforestry and seafood. Prime Minister approves Mekong Delta Development Plan. Efforts made in balancing biodiversity and local communities' livelihood at Tham Sang Lagoon in Thừa Thiên Huế.
The role of Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam within the Greater Mekong sub-region in a new context is the topic of the first international annual workshop held in Da Nang on July 23rd.
The event was organized by the Vietnam Academy of Social Sciences, the Laos National Social Sciences Institute, and the Cambodian Science Institute. The workshop is to realize the memorandum understanding on scientific cooperation between the institutes of the three countries signed this year. During the two-day event, participants discussed the international and regional situation and the role of three countries in the Greater Sub-Mekong region and acceleration of scientific cooperation between Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. Apart from bilateral cooperation among them, the three countries have pushed up their cooperation within the ASEAN framework and regional and international forums, including the Mekong River Commission, the Greater Mekong Sub-region, the Program on Development of Transnational Poor Areas along the East-West Economic Corridor, and the Cambodia-Laos-Vietnam Development Triangle. A workshop highlighting green growth in the Mekong sub-region took place in Da Nang City on July 24th. The event, also hosted by the Vietnam Academy of Social Sciences, was attended by representatives of environment research institutes from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and the Republic of Korea. The workshop aims to promote regional cooperation in the process of transition toward the green economy. At the workshop, participants highlighted the need to improve ecological infrastructure to match the current development and meet new demands for food, water, environment, and energy in the Mekong sub-region. The improvement is foundation for sustainable growth and prosperity in the region in the future, they said. Discussions and speeches presented at the workshop are expected to contribute to the process of making and executing policies towards the target of green growth and sustainable development of individual countries in the region.
A seminar on trade and investment opportunities in Vietnam's agroforestry seafood sector was held in Sydney, Australia on July 23rd.
The event took place during a visit by Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Diep Kinh Tân to the country to promote trade and investment in the agroforestry seafood sector. At the seminar, Tân said that Vietnam and Australia see great potential for trade and investment cooperation. Vietnam has carried out a number of policies providing incentives to investments in the agricultural sector, creating a more favorable environment for foreign investors, he said. However, Tân noted a limited foreign investment flow to agriculture and rural development, with only 950 projects with a total registered capital of $4.8 billion. The Deputy Minister called on Australian partners to further boost trade and investment cooperation with Vietnam in the sector. Australian businesses showed their interest in measures to strengthen cooperation with Vietnam in this field, including organizing training courses and changing experts. They suggested Vietnam create more favorable conditions for farmers to get better access to new technologies in agriculture and rural development.
The Prime Minister has approved a master plan for socio-economic development in the Mekong Delta between now and 2020. The plan sets a target of ensuring national food security and maintaining an export of about 6 to 7 million tons of rice every year.
The Mekong Delta economic growth is expected to reach 7.7% per year in the 2011-2015 period and 8.6% during 2016 and 2020. The region is set to become an agricultural hub, with rice and seafood being its export staples. Under the plan, more investment will be poured into production technology to improve the quality of products and ensure a sufficient supply for domestic demand and export. Priority will also be given to development of rice-growing areas, especially in localities that have strengths in the field, such as An Giang, Kiên Giang, and Đồng Tháp provinces. The Mekong Delta is also set to continue developing aquaculture to make fisheries its key economic sector. It is expected to be home to 600,000 hectares under aquaculture by 2020.
An international workshop is taking place in Ho Chi Minh City to discuss ways to prevent street child abuse and violence.
The three-day event is part of activities under the project Intervention and Prevention of Maltreatment and Violence Towards Children. The project has been conducted by the Dynamo International Network of Street Social Workers, and other non-governmental organizations in the city. Through the event, social workers and educators have a chance to share knowledge, skills, and experience in the prevention of child abuse and violence with foreign volunteers. The workshop also highlights the importance of community-based solutions to tackle the problem. In recent years, 800 cases of child sexual abuse occur in Vietnam each year. Of the cases, 12% of the victims are street children.
Setting up preserves at Tam Giang Lagoon in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế has helped to ensure an ecological balance and a clean and safe environment for the many different species of aquatic flora and fauna that thrive here. However, the local authorities is currently facing several challenges in its attempts to deal with the need to preserve biodiversity while ensuring local livelihoods.
At 22,000 hectares, Tam Giang Lagoon is the biggest lagoon in Southeast Asia. The local fisheries association's plans to create preserves has benefited more than 300,000 local people, 30% of Thừa Thiên Hué's population, by helping them to earn an average income. Besides protecting the aquatic species, the preserves contain many kinds of grasses, which have adapted to the local conditions, enabling many different species to multiply rapidly. However, there are still serious issues at some preserves about the methods the local people use to catch fish, such as using electricity to kill them. This threatens the entire lagoon's aquatic species, as well as the ecosystem, but the local authority has failed to get a grip on the situation. The first problem we have is with our local patrols. It is very difficult for us to seize poachers who will use any method they can to catch fish, because as soon as we approach, they run off to another area. The second is that the budget for our local security teams that protect our aquatic resources is limited. It is crucial that enforcement agencies focus more on the lagoon's renewable resources. Along with strengthening fisheries associations at every level, it is also necessary to raise public awareness of the importance of having preserves. At the end of the day, Tam Giang Lagoon is extremely significant in terms of the ecosystem, the local community, and the local economy. The plan to set up preserves has been carried out very well and has focused on breeding various species one at a time. This in turn has enabled us to allow local people to catch fish legally. Having preserves not only help fishermen earn more from their catches, but helps to raise the public awareness of the importance of preserving the lagoon's biodiversity. This confirms that we have made the right moves in our efforts to preserve the lagoon's biodiversity, as well as safeguarding the local community's livelihoods.
And we come to the end of the news today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.